All right, today we are diving into a seriously high-energy foodie story that comes straight from the halls of MSU. We're talking intense rivalries, a little bit of romance, and some absolutely epic culinary showdowns. Let's get into it.
So, we have to start with this quote. This is a reaction to food so intense, you'd think our hero was either possessed or hadn't eaten in a month. But this one line, it perfectly captures her passion. For her, food is way more than just a meal. It's a whole spiritual experience.
So who's having this spiritual awakening over a piece of steak? Well, this is Taffy. And her entire life, you could say, revolves around a single quest, finding that one perfect dish that will make her literally scream with delight.
See, Taffy has this incredible gift. They call it golden taste buds. It's kind of like a culinary superpower. She can taste every single spice, every little mistake, every hidden ingredient. And oh, believe me, she is never, ever shy about sharing her brutally honest opinion.
And when I say brutally honest, I am not kidding. This is an actual review she gave for a dish some poor guy at school made, trying to win a date with her. All these boys, they line up to offer her food, all of them hoping to be the one who finally makes her scream with joy. But nope, most of them end up with reviews like, well, that.
But her talent isn't just for, crushing the dreams of teenage chefs. She's a legit culinary hero. Picture this. A super important dinner with the mayor at her family's restaurant is about to go down in flames. Taffy steps in, adds a pinch of paprika, a dash of espresso powder, and boom, she completely transforms the sauce and saves the entire night. She even moved the mayor to tears.
So, where does a foodie prodigy like this go next? College, of course, but not really for the academics. Taffy enrolls at MSU for one big reason, its legendary cafeteria, which is run by this mysterious masked chef whose cooking is rumored to be a completely life-changing experience.
So right when she gets to MSU, this amazing opportunity just drops into her lap. The super exclusive MSU Culinary Society is reopening its doors, but they're only taking just 10 elite freshmen, and they're offering sponsorships, funding, the whole shebang.
But of course, getting in is not going to be a walk in the park. The society has put together this high-stakes, 3-day gauntlet that's designed to weed out the amateurs and find the true culinary artists on campus.
Okay, so the initiation has 3 parts. First up, a written exam to test all their culinary knowledge. Then, they have a paired cooking challenge to see how they work with others. And to top it all off, there's a secret, final test designed to push them to their absolute limits.
You know it wouldn't be a real competition without some rivals, right? Well, Taffy finds herself up against 2 very different, very determined opponents. And you know what that means? A whole lot of kitchen drama.
So on one side, you've got Gavin. He's the broody, silent type who's always glaring at Taffy like she personally offended his great-great-grandparents. And then on the other side, you have Nicholas. He's this charming French student who is absolutely convinced his cooking can win her heart, or, at least a date.
So that first challenge, the written exam, it immediately sets the tone for this rivalry. Taffy is super confident, right? She thinks she totally aced it, only to find out she came in second. And who's in first place? You guessed it, Gavin, proving he's not just some random antagonist, he's her direct competition.
You can just feel the hostility coming off this guy. When Taffy finally gets fed up and confronts him about it, his response is just ice cold. You exist, that's enough. The mystery behind why he hates her so much just gets deeper.
And then, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you have Nicholas. He strolls up to Taffy during the second challenge with this super smooth line. So you've got this wild dynamic. One rival who basically wishes she didn't exist, and another who thinks they're destined to cook together.
So for that second challenge, Taffy actually turns down Nicholas's offer and decides to partner with Jillian, who is this really sweet but incredibly shy and clumsy aspiring chef. Unfortunately, their partnership gets off to a disastrous start. Jillian's first attempt at their dish is a complete catastrophe.
After taking just one taste of what Jillian made, Taffy delivers that brutally honest review before literally throwing the entire dish in the trash. The problem? They only have 20 minutes left on the clock, so Taffy has to take over and basically do everything to save them from being eliminated.
Feeling super guilty about the whole trash can incident, Taffy sets up an after-hours practice session with Jillian. But their practice gets interrupted when Gavin storms over, absolutely furious about all the food they're wasting. Their argument just explodes, and it ends with him calling her an arrogant food snob who doesn't even deserve to be in the club.
Despite all that drama, they actually pass and move on to the final challenge. And the location for this test? Oh, you are not going to believe this. The remaining contestants are driven deep, deep into the woods. Their phones are taken away. They are completely cut off from everything.
So the stage is set for the finale. There are only about 15 students left. This final test isn't just going to challenge their skill, but their creativity, their resourcefulness, their courage. And just to add another layer of weird tension, Nicholas corners Taffy and promises her, or maybe he's threatening her, that his next dish is going to make her cry.
And that's exactly where we leave them, deep in the woods, no recipes, surrounded by rivals. In this ultimate test of pure culinary courage, who is going to survive? Well, we're just going to have to wait and find out in part 2.